and welcome to Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with something I call fish fins. It didn't matter how I played with this block. It is a traditional block, but it didn't matter how often I play with this block. I just like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And this is what I ended up with. And it's going to be a lot of fun to sew together. But first, before we get going, I want you guys to go check out Simply 3rd Street. Her YouTube channel is going to be in the show notes below. And she's got a very interesting voice. Now, I checked around and looked at a few of her videos. I couldn't find her first name, so I have no idea what her first name is. So hopefully she'll write and tell us and comment on my channel thing and tell us what her first name is. So that would be good. So you guys, just aren't calling her 3rd Street or something. So in the show notes below too are going to be our Facebook group link and our Zoom coordinates with the dates of our virtual sewing dates on Zoom. Now there is a room on Facebook, a virtual room on Facebook that we run 24/7. Virtual sew date, so if you guys want to hang out in there and sew, that's fine too. Those ladies are having a lot of fun in there, and they're getting lots accomplished too, because they're sitting and chatting and sewing and visiting. It's all good. It's all good. What was the other? Oh, share, like, and subscribe your videos. We did our analytics check. We check it every once in a while. And only about half of you are subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, liking, subscribing, that would be great. A thumbs up would be good too. So let's get to this sewing. Okay, so here we go. Now these are just sitting on top and they've been ironed into place. So I have a good, good mark as to where I need to be. Now, the mark, I need to be sewing on this side of that ironed line, right? So hopefully it will just all come together for me. Okay. Now the easiest way to do this, so you don't get your stuff mixed up, is to do one quadrant at a time. And then it's just a little easier managing all your fabrics and which direction they're going. Because I was very particular about light, dark, putting the pinks and certain pinks with the lights and the darks. And this one, I barely have coverage. Ugh, okay, I'm going to take it just because I can. And I'm going to go finish this with this one. Okay. Yeah, so you want to sew this one quadrant at a time. Basically, it's a bunch of half chevrons, but they're longer. These aren't 4.5, they're 5.5 inches, right? Because you're making a 10-inch block. Okay, here we go. Now, is this long enough? Yes, it is. And you want to check before you snip. Checking before you snip will save you all sorts of tears. Ask me how I know. And we just want to make sure they go into the opposite side. These are, like I say, they're little odd diamond. But they work great to use up your leftover jelly roll strips. Okay, this, okay, that works. Okay. So that goes on top of the light, right? The light goes on top of the dark, and the dark one will go here. But I'm going to run through, just a half square triangle, just to get that quadrant done. So you're going to do just one quadrant at a time. That's basically all you're working with. You throw in some bats too, right? Why not? Have a little fun. Okay, there. So that works like so. And now you would move to the next quadrant, right? So I would move to this quadrant, and I would leave that one behind. Okay. This fabric here is real pretty. Real pretty. And now you can just go from the opposite side, right? Okay. And you want to sew on this quadrant. You want to sew on the side that you're cutting off, if that makes it easier. Here we go. Okay, now you want to see where you're at. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's get that one off. There we go. Yeah, with this we had some fun with laying this one out, and we wanted to do something a little different, but we're getting a lot of requests to use up jelly roll strips, so it's like, okay, we have to kind of figure out some stuff that you guys can go through. It's good coverage, and you can use up some of that stash, you know. And these are odd, a little bit odd sizes because they're, you know, 5.5 inches long, you know, so. But this makes a nice block, nice size block. Now, all the pieces that are on my board right now, I pulled out of my crumbs. There we go. And we're having some issues. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. That covers. That's good. And I put the dark under the light, and we just got to run another. And then we move, we check it, and we move to the next quadrant. Now I'm going to pull it out because for some reason this thing decided it was going to get kind of trapped in stuff, which is always annoying. Always annoying, yes it is. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. Now, you know, you can take some time out because you're working in rows, right? Take some time out and make sure all of that little stuff is together, right? Okay. Woo. Lost it. There we go, and I'll just put this down like so. I like to go through the block in kind of an order, I guess. And it doesn't have to be all that great. But the little pieces need to go on first. Right, so this doesn't have any little pieces, so it can go like that, and I will put it like that, just like that. Okay, let's work on this top quadrant here. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to switch this one around. There we go. Okay, so from here, yeah. Now if you want to draw a line instead, by all means go for it. You know, if that makes your life easier and makes you happy, that's what you need to go do, right? I mean, some people, this is black, so this one's really going to be hard to see, right? If you drew on it, unless of course you've got like really good white chalk. Okay, so I wanted that little fish hook here. See the fish hook? Very cute. And yeah, this is kind of like a chevron. Take on a different take on a chevron, which I always like. I always love those chevron blocks or diamond blocks. 'Cause I like that it's not symmetrical. There we go. Again, make sure you're just touching that side. Yeah. There we go. Why is that being problematic? You know what? I bet you my one machine's trying to tell me it needs some spa time. It's been almost a year, which is okay. Yeah, but it probably does need some spa time. Oh dear. That means I would have to sew on the different one. There you go. And I'm just going to run this one off just by running in one of these half square triangles. And as a leader ender. There we go. Making sure, yes, I got great coverage. Alrighty. Okay. And the last quadrant is here. Yeah, I probably have to take this baby off to the spa. Oh no. I always worry when I have to take her into the spa because she's getting kind of old. I'm always afraid they're going to drop her or something, you know. But she's metal, so she shouldn't break because they drop her. But you know how you just kind of get a little overprotective on something that's, you know, that is working so well? Well, that's me. That's me with this. I get a little bit crazy for her, and I don't want her to be hurt. So, okay. And the last one, let's make sure we've got good coverage. Yes, we do. That's the biggest trick with this. Make sure you have coverage. If you don't have coverage, yeah, you're ripping it out and sewing it again, right? So, okay. Now, all right. Well, the question we get asked a lot is, why do I change feet? I have a really excellent 1/4 inch foot that works like a charm. Just works like the best thing ever. And what happens is, with this foot, I find every once in a while, especially when I'm sewing something like this, it works great. But as soon as I have to do 1/4 inch stuff, or where I need a 1/4 inch seam, it's not the right foot. That's all I can say, is it's just simply not the right foot. And make sure that none of that is touching. I'm just going to put this down like so. There we go. Okay, so now let's change my foot to a good 1/4 inch foot. And I have tried learning how to do a 1/4 inch foot with this foot, but it's really good for paper piecing. It's really good for this and that. But now this foot, on the other hand, if I'm trying to do something where I am going across, it doesn't work. It does not work. It just simply makes a mess of things. Now I'm going to turn the dark under, because everything got pressed. Everything here got pressed to the black. But I'm going to take, when I'm sewing them together, I'm going to press the black under and the light one forward. Okay? So the light one is this way and the dark one is the opposite way. And hopefully then these will nest well. Okay, the light one goes forward, the dark one underneath goes the other way, and they nest. They should nest. They should nest perfect. Just take your time, massage it a little bit. Massage your fabric into place. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm just going to put all of that back here like so. You'll see what I'm talking about there. And this one, the dark is on top, so this goes like this. And this way I should be able to make my point on my front. The other thing, when I am doing stuff like flip and stitch, this 1/4 inch foot tends to drag on one side because it has a plow. And it just doesn't, it's not happy doing that. That kind of works. So another leader ender through real quick. And there we go. That's where we're at. Let's get these together. Now, where have I got this? There we go. So the dark, this doesn't matter up here. You just want to match up your tops. Okay, now, for this should work where one goes down and the other one goes up, right? So let's just do that. You don't have any other place to match along this line except for the very, very center. And let's see. Okay, get it in place. Yeah, I got it. Nice. And then you want to match this end with this end. Okay. Send one of these through. Okay. Now, we get the center here. We got this. We're going to put this on next. We're just going to put it on row by row. And if you were doing these in bulk, you would want a bunch of them done at once, right? Now there's no place to match around down this row, so you just get it in there, and these are pressed open. This is up. This one's pressed up. There we go. Yeah, I bet, well, it's either this machine has to go to the spa, or she has to go get her monthly cleaning where she gets blown out. All the lint gets sucked out of her. Okay, the last two, okay. So there we go. Yeah. And here. Okay, last row, and then we get to our ta-da moment. Now this one I press going down, so this goes up, right? Just push all that out of the way, and okay, this goes down, this goes up. Make that match nice. So nothing else has to match. That's the nice part about this block. You're only matching like those 2 points. This point right here. That's it. That's all you gotta match. Everything else is unmatched. I'll take you're welcome, by the way. And now the last one goes through for this block. And we get to our ta-da moment. So this is our finished fish fin, and I just think it looks really cute. You can have a lot of fun with this with scrappy, you know, all the different colors. I decided to pick with pink and black because I just pulled them out of my crumb bins, and I have to really thin out my crumb bins now. I've got a lot of crumb blocks made, and I'm adamant I'm going to see the bottom of those bins eventually, you know, at some point, other than just tossing them all out onto my cutting table and starting to cut them all out. This worked up really quickly. You need 18 black 2.5-inch squares because you're asking for, you know, how to use up jelly roll stuff, and then your 8 5.5 by 2.5-inch rectangles in whatever color, and then a 6.5 by 2.5 in the middle. So this is really easy cutting, and you get some really dramatic effects. This works best with those flip and stitch corners. You could have a lot of fun with this design, and it kind of looks like a bird or butterfly in a way, but you can also flip them around, you know, and have some fun with this, and just kind of like put this one on top of the next one, and you would create little secondary patterns coming up as you put them in rows. So I do hope you try this one. It was a lot of fun. I hope you have an absolutely awesome week ahead, and I hope everything goes really well for you in your sewing room. So until we meet again, take care. Bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for coming along with us on our quilting journey and the YouTube adventure that we're on. We have some wonderful plans for 2023, and it includes a lot more, like with the Facebook group and the rooms feature and sewing and hanging out with people. Those monthly Zoom sew dates are still in the works. We have a lot of fun ideas coming up for 2023, and we hope you share, like, and subscribe with your friends. That little notification button and subscribing to us really helps us out. Commenting helps us out too. So if you like what you're seeing, let us know. Even send us a heart on the comment. That helps so much for us. Okay, you have an absolutely fabulous 2023, and all of our best wishes for you in the future. Okay, take care. Bye.